Well, people here are definitely ready, but the atmosphere has been a little bit odd, I have to say, since we arrived in Moscow on Tuesday. We've basically seen every country, supporters from around the world, except the Russians. But finally today here, you can see the stadium, the Luzhniki Stadium behind me. The Fan Fest is in front of me. So we're right in the heart of where all this is going to take place. And finally today, we saw our very first Russian supporters, flags out, faces painted, jerseys on their shoulders. So they're finally here to support their team. The atmosphere is pretty great, pretty nice. We have seen also very much the security forces out here. Security has been very much beefed up. All the streets around the stadium as well as the Fan Fest have been blocked to cars. We've seen just in front of us, just around the Fan Fest, 4 huge buses filled with soldiers. So everything seems to be under control right now, and everyone, of course, very anxious to get this World Cup finally underway.
And of course, it does get underway with a first game, which sees the hosts, Russia, face Saudi Arabia. How do you see that one playing out?
Well, it is not exactly the clash that you would want to have as a football fan for the opening of a World Cup, because it is simply the 2 lowest ranked teams of the tournament facing off against each other, Russia and Saudi Arabia. So it is the tradition to have the host country play in that opening game. But Russia is playing in front of their country. A lot of pressure, but also not too many expectations from the country itself, because it's really basically the word is, well, we don't really have that much that many chances to go far in this competition, because the team is simply not the quality of the team that, for example, went into the semifinals in 2008. So here it's really, well, we're just going to enjoy the party while it lasts. Russia, who have a team that has suffered a string of injuries ahead of this competition. So it's been pretty complicated for the team to get ready, and the support of the country, even though they're happy to see their team play, is not exactly there. The Moscow Times a few days ago, for example, had their front page calling the team aging and inexperienced. So you see here what the hopes are for that team. But of course, this game is very important for the Russians, because a winning start against Saudi Arabia would give them a little bit of a chance to make it through to the knockout stages, because the other 2 teams that they will be playing in this Group A will be Uruguay, the favorites to finish at the top of this group, and Egypt. Egypt, of course, led by Mohamed Salah, if he is fit to be back on the team.